Christmas ornaments don't have to be vintage to be valuable. Today we're going to look at a broad range of Christmas ornaments that are selling for a ton of money right this very minute. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to look at Christmas items. We're going to be delving into vintage and collectible Christmas ornaments that can sell for some big money. So we're going to start off with the vintage first. Some of my favorite and some of the highest priced ones would be the ones that are marked as Dresden. Now, Dresden is just a location in Germany. You'll see some that just say made in Germany or just marked Germany. Many of those could just be from the Dresden area. Back into the 19th century and even into the early 20th century, Dresden was the source of all the fine paper and Christmas apparel like this. A large chunk of the paperworks came from there, including all the gilded paper ornaments and things along that line. This is Dresden here. It's basically made out of paper for the most part. It is a Christmas ornament as well. It's finely detailed. It has some phenomenal work done into this piece here. And this is most likely all pressed paper with some probably fibers or something along that line. This sold for almost $4,000. What mostly determines the value on something like this is the detail work, the craftsmanship that goes into it. Just a phenomenal piece here. Now here's another interesting one. This one says double-sided. In some cases back in the day when these were originally made in the 1880s, 90s through the 1910 era, they would have been one-sided. They wouldn't have spent the extra effort to do both sides. This one is a complete figure. It has both sides of the angel. And you can see it's two separate sections. It's basically two halves of pressed paper that are attached together and glued at a seam line as you see it. Very nice piece, $1,132. Now here's a few more from the Victorian era, and these are Dresden as well. I'm not sure what the Russian statement in here is, but these would be German construction by what they look like. Very fine quality. They're small, they're not big. It is gilded cardboard or paper that's been pressed together. $517. Now, all Dresden work isn't gilt, of course. This is a fully figured, painted piece that's made to look like a stork. It is an ornament. It's made out of paper. Dresden, Germany. Phenomenal piece as well, $495. Now, spun cotton is another thing people make Christmas ornaments. I actually have another channel, The Art Professor, and we delve in and I'll actually show you how to make things like this, the Dresden pieces, as well as spun cotton if you'd like to know. There's a link for it right up here for you that will take you to one of those videos, and you can make similar items yourself right now as well. Now, this vintage one here sold for $886. It's a Native American Indian chief. Very fine quality. Vintage piece without a doubt. Just a phenomenal looking item. Now, here's another variety. This is batting. You will see stuff made out of batting as well. Again, I do have videos that cover that in The Art Professor on my other channel. These are fabulous early Americana in the folk art range as well. On top of that, they're Christmas anthropomorphic elephant here, $1,614. Another material you'll find in vintage Christmas ornaments is paper mache. Some of them have double uses. This was probably sold as a candy container and then would have been used as a Christmas ornament after the candy was gone. Very nice piece here. You'll find them for all sorts of holidays, this sort of thing.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the hills the reindeer were playing, enjoying the spills of skating and coasting and climbing the
Of course, glass ornaments do extremely well. I just picked a few examples to show you. This one is a hand-blown early. It's a lion's head. Very nice piece. Probably Germany as well by the looks of it. Now here's an imported one. This is from Italy, probably mid-century or somewhere in that range. It's a lot of 5 of them. Just some phenomenal pieces here. They are mid-mod century without a doubt. The shapes, the construction, the looks, the entire works. Just a nice example of these sorts of things. There are modern day ones, but these do appear to be vintage as well. $552 on this lot of them. Now here's an earlier lot, circa 1910, 20s, 30s, somewhere in that range I would guesstimate. This is a lot of clowns, circus animals, and things like that. Just a really interesting example, an odd mix to say the least. $623 for this lot here. Now, another area in Christmas ornaments are the giant ones that are made to hang out in streets and in the public in general. Now this is a massive size one compared to the ones we just looked at. This has movable action sometimes. Sometimes they have lighting that's unique and different. It all lights up across the board. These were mostly bought by cities and they cost a lot of money. So you can still sell these for an insane amount of money for something like this. It's basically a blow mold version of a light. $600 on this one. Here's just another example. They're lighted all the way around and it has an interesting design on the back as well. Most people have seen these in their local hometown or something along that line. $750 on this one. The design and the construction obviously increases the value on these. Now, Swarovski crystal ornaments have some insane values these days. Most of these annual Christmas ones sell for a lot of money. This lot here sold for $3,200. This started off in 1991, and some of those can sell for a few thousand on their own. Here's just an example of one of the 1991s, $2,250. The first one, the hardest one to get, it was limited back then, and as they got more popular, they have made more of them as they produced them year by year. Here's just another example, $1,850 in a very nice velvet-lined box. Now, they don't have to be super old to be valuable. This is for a Model D by John Deere. This one is one of the inaugural ones, if I'm not mistaken, and this one does sell for a lot of money. Most any example of this one I see usually sells into the hundreds of dollars. This one had 46 bids and it sold for $795. Here's another example, the same basic one, $1,299. So you can see the value in these without a doubt. It is the same model we just saw a minute ago. Now there's a ton of newer ones that were released in the last few years that were released at festivals, fairs, and conventions. This one's from 2011 from the New York Comic Con. This is the Starship Enterprise. Now one interesting and cool fact on this one is it glows in the dark. This is one of the few that does like that. This is a scarce item. They only made so many, only to be given out or bought at the convention. 30 bids, over $1,000 for this one.
While way, way up north on this dark, foggy night, awaiting the time for his Christmas Eve flight, good old Santa.
Here's another one from that very same convention. This is R2Q5 and R2A3. These were the harder to get ones. The R2D2 and C3PO are much more common than this one here. $630, 21 bids. Now here's another one from the Comic Con as well from 2013, Wrath of the Rancor. Really unique, interesting item. Again, limited in quantity, $549.96. Many people, if you see these out in the wild at a garage sale, thrift store or something, you may not realize that this is that well collected, that this is that scarce of an item. You always have to examine this. Sometimes they just have a little tiny emblem from the event on it, and that might be the only difference between that version and, say, a regular stock version of it. So always be on the lookout. Now, some that are just being released right now for this Christmas season can sell for some insane amounts of money as well. This is from 2020. This year, this is the Scarlett O'Hara Gone with the Wind one. Now, there's other ones from the same series. This is the new one, $999.99. Now, sometimes odd ones from a specific artist can sell for some good money. This is Patience Brewster. This is a Crinkles flat tin angel ornament. Very unique. You'll see many of these. I do very well with almost any Department 56 one that I get. Obviously, they don't sell for $1,000 with 14 bids, but there are some out there if you know who to look for. Here's another artist one by Lily Pulitzer from 2008, and this one went for $810. It is well marked. It's a very unique piece as well. It originally only sold for $48. Now here's another very interesting artistic one by Busolati from 1986. This is a sterling silver Christmas ornament in the box. Very nice piece. $800 on this one. Now here's a little older one from 1970. This is Biterman Brass, which is a company that does brass works. And this is a commemorative cut-out brass Christmas ornament from Germany. This is a first in the series, so this would be the hardest one to get. Usually the first few are limited in production to see how they go, and then they ramp up production from that point on. So most always you'll want the first edition of most of these sorts of things. This one sold for $650. Now another area I always do extremely well in are Disney-related Christmas ornaments of almost any type. You may not get a fortune out of them like this one here, but most of them will sell for some decent money. This is one of the shoes from the Disney Parks Ornament shoe set. This is from Milan, new with tags. It went for $600 basically. A nice, interesting looking item.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Pulitzer.
Here's another example of one of the shoes, Megara. This is very nice at $525, new with tags in the box. It wouldn't be possible to do a video on Christmas ornaments without talking about Christopher Radko, at least for a moment here. They do a ton of very nice, very authentic reproductions of vintage Christmas ornaments. They make a lot that never existed, and they do them in limited production runs. Some of those can go for some insane amounts of money. There are some that are very limited, just a handful ever being made. This one's in the box with the tags, Year of the Dragon. Very nice one. I do like this one. This is one of my favorites of the newer style ones. Really nice, bright. It's just a popping piece here. Just a real nice example. And one last example of Radko's work, just to show you. This is an adorable, I guess you could say, holly, snowman combination child ornament. Really cute, unique piece. Now, this is a lot of them. There was some issues with the lot, but basically this did sell for $958 for several of these, as well as a few other ornaments. 15 bids. Now, these do still show up today. They still can be found at garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores even. All across the board, these can be found still right now. Well, there you go. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Howdy. Merry Christmas. By now you know I'm the star of this Yuletide show. But only for one day, you see. The rest of the year is yours to be. So be good to the young ones you hold so dear. Into every day, put a little Christmas cheer. Be proud of the family and the family tree, from the oldest to the one on his knee. So to Grandpa and Grandma, sister and brother, uncle and aunt, father and mother, this wish I bring, that you love each other. Merry Christmas.
Looks a lot like snow.